Now this is all top secret. I'm Meeka Nomicon, and welcome to C.R.O.W Laboratory. What? What is this place? You press your hand to your head, wincing as the dull throbbing behind your temples suddenly intensifies to a sharp needlepoint ache. As you glance around the room, you note faint scratches on the wall, cracks in the shoddy construction of the toilet, red stains, blood on the grimy cement floor. Oh, that is definitely blood. You know, in the darkness of it, I'm gonna guess it's kind of old as well, which is good for us because it's probably not ours then, right? You know, you guys could have cleaned this place up before you took me down here. I'm pretty sure this counts as a biohazard. You swallow down your fear, staring wide-eyed as the door slowly creaks open. Hey, at least they haven't forgotten about us. Hello. Enjoying your stay? A voice calls out, thick with amusement. What do you think? She laughs. You'll live. Come on. Isn't this exciting? I bet you've never stepped foot outside your village before. Your old grandma, Asta was it, was working so hard to keep your pretty mouth fed. Don't worry, she won't have to anymore. Wait, does grandmother not need to work hard because she is dead? Or because I'm about to be dead? Your heart skips a beat. Something cold skitters down your spine. Mama, what did she do to Mama? I know we could question you like a reasonable person, but I'm not feeling very reasonable right now. We're gonna lunge at her. You're going to make her pay. You snarl like a rabid dog, charge towards her, and hold back a moan of pain as the chains tying you to the bed nearly yank your shoulders out of their sockets. You know, it would have been good for us to realize we were chained to the bed before we tried to throw ourselves across the room. That's got to have hurt. Feisty. I like that. Of course I didn't kill her. She's a bit too old for my tastes. No. What I meant is, she won't have the burden of keeping you happy on her shoulders anymore. Not for a while. You slump back onto the cot, exhaling. Thank God. Wait, you said not for a while, right? So, you're planning to let me go? You'll be in my lab for as long as you wish. Here, take this. An object rests on her outstretched palm. You watch it in your peripheral vision, keeping your eyes trained on her figure, your shoulders stiff. Whatever schemes she's cooked up, you won't fall for them. She laughs and tosses you a golden key. For a moment, her hand, and nothing else, emerges from the shadows. 2, no 3, glimmering rings adorn the knuckles of her pale skin. You crane your neck. Perhaps you can find a card, an ID, anything to get you out of this place. And she's vanished back into the swallowing darkness. Wait, she did just give us a key, right? Are you actually letting me go? Damn. Don't be shy. Something glints at you from the shadows, green and almost serpent-like. The silhouette slips back into the hallway, pausing for just a second. Wait, what the hell is that? Have you got a snake friend? Oh, and do read the notes. I'd hate for you to get stuck with guards who've been trained to kill first and ask questions later. The room is empty, the shadows bare of any shifting forms. You furrow your brows. What note? Suddenly, your eyes catch on a piece of paper, gently fluttering to the ground. Oh, that note. You reach forwards, only to immediately pull back when a chain reminds you of its presence. Wait, is this what the golden key is for? There's no option to grab the key. Okay, we're just gonna try the chains then. Maybe they're a little bit loose. No matter how hard you pull against the chains, Nothing seems to give. Eventually, you pause to gasp for breath, resting your cheek against the cold iron bar of the bed. Well, that didn't work out very well for us. Suddenly, you hear a faint click. When you timidly reach for the paper again, your arm cuts through the air like butter. Wait, so were the cuffs time locked then? So maybe she timed it so they'd release her like a couple of minutes after she left the room? You allow yourself a small grin before you take the paper in hand. Either that, or the cuffs are remotely controlled, which leads to the question, is she somehow watching us from outside the room? The note reads, "The guards may be many, but they can be outdone by any. A drop of formula on the floor, and a runaway they will ignore." Okay, so scare them away with formula, no problem. When you stand up, shaking off the soreness in your arms and legs, something beneath the worn cot brushes against your foot. Frowning, you pick up a small vial of bubbling green liquid. The formula, perhaps? You know what, that's better than my idea. I 100% thought it was going to be whoever the blood belonged to. Just some random corpse beneath the bed. Oh, the keys for the door. You know, that makes a lot more sense. Oh, I see we're just one of many that I've chained down here. You edge out into the hallway, clutching the vial to your chest like it's your salvation, and it may very well be, you remind yourself. Every noise, be it a whisper or the brush of a spider weaving her web, is amplified tenfold in the deadly silence, and you catch yourself jumping at the slightest sound. Your heart pounds in your chest, your footsteps are the beats of a war drum. As you make your way down the vast hall, you find yourself staring at rusted doors that bear a striking resemblance to the one you just opened. Could there be other prisoners here? Is this the one I left from, the one with all the blood trail attached to it? If it's not, I want to investigate that one. Well, the way I see it, if we do check for the prisoners, it could help us, because we could use them as a distraction, right? So the guards could go after them instead. But it also bears the risk that they might attack us on sight, depending on what state they're in. If they're even human, they could just be creatures for all I know. You know what, we're going to check for them just because I'm very, very nosy. You step up to the metal bars of a door labelled 079 and peer into the room. Cobwebs dust the corners, rust creeps up the bed frame, and nothing stirs under the blinding white light. It feels as though the room itself is holding its breath, waiting for someone to disturb the peace, or perhaps to give it peace. You're not sure whether to be relieved no one else is being kidnapped, or unhappy for the loss of a chance at human companionship. When you finally reach the other side of the hallway, your heart is thumping like you've just run a marathon. You squeeze your eyes shut and take a deep breath. Here goes nothing. That was kind of anticlimactic. I was hoping for some deranged, kidnapping, just going insane inside the room. But nope. Okay, we're gonna escape. Open the door. Oh, are you one of the mini guards? Wow, I wasn't expecting a cosplayer, but so be it. Oh, block the guard. Okay, no worries. So we got formula there. Hi. Listen, no, you're not allowed to leave. There you go. You bust through the door, an exuberant laugh bubbling out into the silence. You made it. Somehow you made it. This feels a little bit too easy. Is that a brain? Well, that's certainly lungs. The laughter in your throat turns dead, burrows in the hollow crevice of your chest. The smile pressing at the corners of your lips wilts like a flower in winter. The organs nestled in the purple tanks burble quietly. You turn to the loudspeaker at the corner of the room, fighting the urge to vomit. You feel like you're moving through a haze, as if everything is in slow motion. Well done. I had high hopes, of course, but you far exceeded them. The voice says, laced with the crackle of electricity and glee. I'll tell you what, as a treat, I'll answer any question you give me. Where did you get these organs? Well, unfortunately, not all experiments are successful. I do hate to see something go to waste. You find yourself wondering if you're one of these experiments. And I also hate to see someone unaware of my name, because of course, it deserves to be known. It's Nyx. Nyx, you'll remember that. I'm also gonna guess that's probably not your legal name, so it's gonna be useless if I say it to the cops. I'm gonna leave now before I get stuffed into a purple jar as well. Okay, another guard. Which way are you going to try and leave? Oh, nope, you're not going up there. That's what I thought. Stay blocked in. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you're not getting anywhere. You stride through the door, gripping the glass vial with white knuckles. The loudspeaker crackles to life. I gotta admit, I wasn't expecting you to get this far. Is this all a game to you? Don't underestimate me. You know, you're going to break my little gift if you hold it any tighter. Prickling eyes dig into your back. You twist around, searching for the camera she's undoubtedly been spying on you with. She laughs. Wait, where is she spying on us from? Because this seems to be the control room. Do you have it connected to a tablet or something? Relax. What's a little surveilling between friends? We aren't friends. No, we're not. Friends lie, friends backstab, friends cheat. And I've been nothing but honest to you. You're right. That isn't the correct term for us. Well, don't just stand there. Get a move on, or the guards may just be alerted to your presence. With the vinyl splitter, the loudspeaker falls silent. You swallow, resting your hand on the doorknob hesitantly. But we don't really have a choice about it. Let's just go for the... I wonder if at any point we're going to get multiple guards at once. That would be a bit of a problem. Oh, okay, so not multiple guards, just massive open space. I'm thinking it's going to be best first to try and get... Oh. No! No, you're escaping! And you killed me instantly? Screw you, guard! Okay. Yes? Oh. Okay, the good news is we're now leading them. So, oh, you are stuck now. You are so far away from the exit. You stand at the threshold of the door, your chest rising and falling with each breath. The glass vial is bare of formula, so you place it back into your pocket, clenching your jaw in irritation. Something's wrong. It's too quiet. The hum of a loudspeaker is notably absent. The room empty of the faint murmurs of faraway guards. You stiffen when you catch sight of a chair with an all too familiar silhouette. You know, most people don't make it past this point. Without the barricade of an electrical current, her voice is soft and elegant. Not what you'd expect from a kidnapper. But then again, you hadn't expected Nyx to hand you the means to escape either. The chair spins around, revealing a woman clad in a sharp black suit. Wait, what happens if she's not actually kidnapped us to use us as an experiment? What happens if, this is the test to get hired to work for her? She needs to know we're capable enough to hide from guards and escape and, beat her at her own game. Then again, I'm not entirely sure I want a job from you. I don't trust you at all. Her eyes are watchful, filled with a feeling you cannot discern. I've been trying to figure out what's so different about you. A long nail traces your cheek, and you glimpse a flash of gold from the corner of your eye. When you meet Nyx's gaze, her hand vanishes so quick, you wonder if it was ever there to begin with. Most of my experiments, most people, are so dull, so easy to predict. You stand above them. You shake in fear. You talk to them. They grovel at your feet. You ask them a question, they beg for forgiveness. Oh, okay, so that's my theory gone out the window. We are definitely just kidnapped as an experiment. But you fought back. You never once hesitated. Not with me. Not with the toxic chemicals you forced on my guards. Which reminds me, I'll have to get replacements. Wait, did I kill all those guards? I mean, they deserved it. They were trying to kill me, but still, damn. I thought I was just imprisoning them. Her smile grows wider. Oh, I suppose you will. I will? I've been waiting a long time for this. Training guards, researching, scouting villages, and it's finally paid off. C.R.O.W. Laboratories is yours. Wait, what? She hands you a rusting key, emblazoned with a sculpted crow. When you glance up in shock, her eyes shimmer with a strange sort of pride, as if she's seeing a machine she created perform exactly as it is supposed to. I remember this moment. How does it feel? She watches you curiously. Wait. If you've now just given me the entire enterprise, does that mean you've also given me your entire list of crimes? Am I now liable for everything you've done, including kidnapping myself? I don't think we should agree to this. This seems like a very bad idea. Then again, I do like the idea of having an entire secret laboratory organization. You know what? I accept. Crow's mine now. It feels right. It's all mine. So I'm guessing ending 2 then is if we do something to annoy her, so she doesn't want to give it to us. Let's go find out. Oh, I think I found it. So basically, if we just picked all the hesitant options, like we didn't fight back at all, it seems like we got a different path. My experiments are usually cut short by death. Almost all of my previous subjects succumbed to injuries inflicted by my guards, and in the early days, some to wounds opened by their own formula. She pauses for a moment. Well, I suppose you're luckier than most. Cold sweat creeps down the back of your neck. The air is thick with tension. Where is she going with this? Sometimes I wonder what the point of all this is. Training guards, researching, scouting villages, constantly searching, yet never coming across the solution. In the end, it's just another day, and you're just another rat in my maze, playing by my rules. Nyx moves her arm forward, revealing a syringe filled with bubbling green formula. When you glance up in shock and fear, her eyes shimmer with a strange sort of fascination. I have to admit, you were more enjoyable than my usual subjects. But alas, all good things must come to an end. You flatten against the wall, your heart pounding. This can't be happening. Can it? Wait! Her smile only widens. Thanks for the entertainment. Oh, damn! So much for letting me go. I don't think I'm going to return to Grandma. Well, if you enjoyed your time here, I'd greatly appreciate it if you like this video and subscribe to this channel. But have a spooky day and I'll catch you next time, guys.